about this quick turnaround? Do you like games like this?
In a sense, I like these type of games, but in a sense, I don't, just because of the fact that I have to be up after a night game.
After a game, though, like last night being one of the toughest losses of the season, is it nice, though, to kind of just get out there, just be like, all right, let's just go do this and not have to sit on it?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to ponder on it more than, waiting for a night game, so that's good.
I know Charlie was pretty solid last night and you had a home run, but do you feel like this team just needs a little bit of boost in the offense right now?
Yeah, I mean, our pitching has been pretty well. I mean, Charlie came out and pitched, another good game.
So what do you know about the Vikings?
I know they have a really good running back in Adrian Peterson. We definitely got to control him.
Besides Adrian Peterson, have you even seen much more out of their offense, or is it pretty much him?
They use Adrian Peterson a lot, and then they use the play actions.
What do you think about going to London for this game?
It's gonna be fun. I'm actually looking forward to it. I've never been to London.
Is it hard to knock it down when you guys are starting off 0-3, or do you feel like it's just way more motivation?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely frustrating.
You were playing like you couldn't miss in the first half. You practically didn't miss. How good of a feeling is that?
It's a tremendous feeling.
You weren't the only one out there shooting like you couldn't miss, though. Malik Harmon for St. Francis was doing the same exact thing. How much fun is that to be playing against somebody who can't miss, well, you can't miss, and just be going back and forth like that?
As a competitor, it's fun.
What's going through your head when you guys are down by 11 with, not that much time left on the clock after having such a big lead?
We're not panicking.
And on all three of those big stops, each one converted into 3, one of them from Jeremiah. How impressed have you been with him as a freshman?
I've been very impressed, especially from where he started to where he is now.
After that Kentucky win, a lot of people were questioning whether or not you'd be back or if you're going to go somewhere else. What sold you on this place?
You know what? Again, when you have a shared vision for what you hope a program can become.
I'm talking about those administrative guys and the support they have. Is there anything new going to happen with facilities, anything like that?
Well, I think as part of the extension.
Losing a few guys this year, what are you looking at with this recruiting class coming in? What are you looking to fill?
We have to fill a lot.
I was wondering, did you see the women's Louisville-Baylor game? After the game, you got the shout-out on the out-of-bounds play. What did you think of that?
I did. I actually sent their coach an email.
After getting shout-outs like that and the Kentucky one and just everything, do you feel like there is going to be more fan support this year, or is it still going to be something to work on?
I really hope so.
It always seems like it gets a little intense when the Reds come to town. Does it feel different when you know you're going up against them?
No. I mean, it does because I think they've turned into our rival.
When you have guys like Garrett and Jeff going out there being young guys, I mean, what do you think they're going through, and how impressed have you been with the way they've been handling it?
Very impressed. I mean...
Another guy who's been doing pretty good, Andrew McCutchen.
Who?
Andrew McCutchen, you ever heard of him? I mean... But he's, on the roll to maybe get that MVP. You think he's had the season that it takes?
I think he has. I mean, you look how he goes about his business and what he does for this team. I mean, it's little things here and there.
When you're on the mound and maybe one goes over your head, it's going towards him. Pretty good feeling to know he's back there, got your back.
It depends on how hard they hit it. But most of the time he catches it. And
So 40 years later, what does the Immaculate Reception mean to the Steelers now?
Oh, my... Well, I grew up in Oklahoma, and a lot of the guys will tell you that Pittsburgh wasn't a team you wanted to go to.
Yeah, what's it like being here today with all of them and getting to share it on a Steelers game day?
Well, yeah, it's been really a weekend.
What about your relationship with Chuck Knoll?
Chuck was he was a teacher.
Have you been paying much attention to the Pirates?
Yes, I've been watching them, and they've been playing good baseball.
I know A.J. Burnett came pretty close to a no-hitter this year, and it's been a long time since somebody's got one at PNC Park. Do you think he could maybe be the next guy to get one?
Well, pitching a no-hitter, you got to have luck.
They've been doing pretty good, though, this year, about the best it's been since 1992, up until this point. What's different this year? Is it the pitching, or is it something else you think?
Well, you take the kids. I said that they had a lot of overachievers last year.
It seems like they've also got a lot of veteran guys this year, like Russell Martin. Well, Burnett's been there, a full year. How important is that to bring guys in like that, with McCutchen and Neil Walker?
Well, it's like a puzzle.
You think this team could go on a playoff run this year?
Well, they could if they continue to play they're playing.
So I want to hear more about you, though. What was it like for you? What stuck out to you during your career?
Well, I had a good career.
Looking at Chuck Knoll, what was it like playing for him?
Well, you didn't have to worry about him hollering at you.
there any memory or story you have of Chuck Noll?
Sure.
So what was it about him that made him such a great fit for the Steelers?
He made us players, student of the game player.
So you bleed black and gold, Steelers all the way, but have you been paying any attention to what the Pirates or the Pens have even been doing this year?
I saw him take the last game from my Detroit Tigers.